Most people think discipline comes from motivation. That's why they keep failing. This video isn't about hype, energy, or feeling inspired. It's about what actually works when motivation disappears. Today, I'm walking you through a full day in monk mode, from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to sleep, built entirely on structure, not feelings. No perfect mornings, no superhuman willpower, just repeatable systems that remove excuses and force progress. If you've ever told yourself, "I'll start when I feel ready," this is the reason you're stuck. Monk mode isn't extreme, it's simple. Tight routines, clear rules, fewer decisions, and days that don't collapse when life gets uncomfortable. This is how discipline is built quietly. This is how sobriety sticks. This is how consistency becomes automatic. If this message resonates, hit like. It helps this reach people who need structure, not motivation. Subscribe if you're done starting over and ready to build discipline that actually lasts. And ring the bell, because this channel is about real days, real systems, and real progress, one disciplined day at a time. Let's build something unbreakable. 1. Why this day matters. This video isn't about a perfect day. It's about a repeatable one. A full day in monk mode isn't built on motivation, inspiration, or willpower. It's built on structure. Motivation is unreliable. Structure doesn't care how I feel. This day works whether I'm energized or exhausted, confident or doubtful. That's the point. Most people fail because their days are loose. They wake up without intention, react to distractions, and rely on feelings to decide what happens next. Monk mode removes that chaos. Every part of this day is decided ahead of time, so I don't have to negotiate with myself in the moment. This isn't isolation for the sake of being extreme. It's simplification. When life gets quieter, priorities get louder. A full day in monk mode is about doing fewer things, better. It's about showing up even when motivation is missing, and especially when it's missing. Today isn't special, and that's exactly why it works. This day is repeatable, and repeatable days are how discipline is built. 2. Morning wake up. No debate, no delay. The day starts the same way every time. Same wake up time, no snooze button, no scrolling, no checking messages. The first win of the day is getting out of bed immediately. Not because I feel like it, but because that's the rule. Monk mode mornings are quiet. Silence is intentional. It gives my nervous system a calm baseline before the world starts making demands. I hydrate immediately. No caffeine rush, no dopamine hit, just water and breath. I don't ask myself how I feel. That question opens the door to excuses. Instead, I move straight into my routine. Structure removes decision fatigue. When decisions are made in advance, discipline becomes automatic. The goal of the morning isn't productivity. It's alignment. Starting the day on my terms sets the tone for everything that follows. This is where momentum is created, not through intensity, but through consistency. Motivation might show up later. It might not. Either way, the day is already in motion. 3. Morning training. Discipline in physical form. Training happens early. Always. This is non-negotiable. Training is where monk mode becomes physical. It's where I practice doing hard things without emotional resistance. The workout doesn't need to be perfect. It needs to be done. Some days it's intense. Some days it's basic. Showing up matters more than performance. Discipline grows through repetition, not heroics. Training first thing in the morning eliminates excuses. The day hasn't had time to interfere yet. There are no emails, no interruptions, no reasons not to move. This is also where stress gets processed. Instead of carrying tension into the day, I burn it off. Training regulates my mood, sharpens focus, and reinforces identity. I leave the session calmer, clearer, and more grounded. Monk mode uses the body to train the mind. Every workout is proof that discomfort doesn't control me. 4. Clean fuel, simple rules. After training, nutrition stays simple. Monk mode isn't about complexity, it's about reliability. I eat foods that support energy, focus, and recovery. Nothing fancy, nothing emotional. Food is fuel, not entertainment. There's no decision paralysis here. Meals are predictable. This removes another source of mental friction. When nutrition is structured, discipline carries over into everything else. I eat enough to recover and function, not to numb stress or chase dopamine. Monk mode removes emotional eating the same way it removes emotional drinking, by creating structure that stabilizes energy. This isn't restriction, it's clarity. When food choices are boring, life gets easier. 5. Deep work block. Focus without distraction. The core of the day is deep work. This is where attention is treated like a resource, not something to waste. Phone away, notifications off, one task, one block. Monk mode doesn't allow multitasking. Multitasking is just distraction disguised as productivity. I decide ahead of time what matters and work on that, nothing else. I don't wait to feel focused. Focus is built by removing distractions, not by forcing concentration. The environment does the heavy lifting. This block isn't rushed. I work with intensity, then stop when the block ends. Boundaries protect energy. When deep work is done early, the rest of the day feels lighter. Progress replaces pressure. 6. Midday reset. Staying regulated. Midday isn't about grinding harder. It's about resetting. A short walk, stretching, breathing, something physical to reset the nervous system. Monk mode understands energy management. Pushing non-stop leads to burnout. Structured breaks prevent emotional spikes that lead to bad decisions later. This is also a check-in moment. Not to judge, just to observe. How's energy? How's focus? What needs adjusting? There's no scrolling here, no dopamine hits. The reset is calm, not stimulating. This keeps the second half of the day clean and intentional instead of reactive. 7. Afternoon work. Execution over emotion. The afternoon is for execution. Lighter tasks, follow-ups, systems. This is where monk mode shines, because motivation usually drops here. I don't negotiate, I follow the plan. Even if energy is lower, the structure holds. This is where discipline pays off. The work gets done without drama. No waiting for the right mood. No procrastination loops. Monk mode teaches me that consistency beats intensity. Showing up at 70% every day beats showing up at 120% once a week. 8. Evening wind down. Protecting tomorrow. Evenings in monk mode are intentional. No chaotic stimulation, no late night scrolling, no decisions that sabotage sleep. I wind down the same way every night. Lights lower, screens reduced, reflection replaces distraction. This is where relapse prevention lives. Most bad decisions happen late at night when structure is gone. Monk mode closes that window. Sleep is a discipline multiplier. Everything works better when rest is protected. 9. Reflection. Building self-trust. Before bed, I reflect. Not a long journal, just enough to stay honest. What worked? What didn't? What did I learn? This isn't self-criticism, it's awareness. Monk mode is about tightening feedback loops so mistakes don't repeat. Reflection builds self-trust. I know I'll check in with myself tomorrow. That accountability removes the need for guilt. Each day becomes a data point, not a judgment. 10. Why this day works without motivation. This full day works because it doesn't depend on feelings. It depends on structure. Motivation comes and goes. Structure stays. Monk mode isn't extreme. It's calm. It's boring. And that's why it works. This day is repeatable. And repeatable days build discipline. Discipline builds freedom. I don't need perfect days. I need consistent ones. This is how I live monk mode, one structured day at a time.